So once it's crossed 100, you can start.
Okay, sir. Only you need to check the voice, sir. If voice is audible, then everything is fine, sir.
Voice is audible, sir. No issues.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Sir, shall I proceed, sir?
Two minutes, sir. The participants are joining, sir.
Okay, fine, sir.
Sir, noise is coming.
Okay, sir. Noise is coming.
Yes, yes. Now okay. Now okay.
Okay, sir.
So, good afternoon and welcome back for second day of fourth session. Shashmita, you can start.
Hello everyone. With my warm greetings, I extend my warmest welcome to each and everyone invited here. I am Sushmita, doing my second year in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering at Chennai Institute of Technology. We are analog beings living in a digital world facing a quantum future. CIT, the college has not left any stones unturned in making its students worthy citizens. The time as a caterpillar has expired and the wings are ready. Yes, it is about transforming lives. It's been just 10 years since CIT has stepped in, but the victories of CIT are huge. It is indeed a privilege for all of us to get the opportunity of attending this webinar. To be short and crisp, yes, it is all about Knowledge 4.0. Today we have our expert, Dr. Karupannan from MNNIT Allahabad, and our organizing secretary, Dr. R. Dhanagopal. I feel much pleasure in welcoming you, sir. And talking about our expert's profile, he has completed his BE in Electronics and Communication Engineering in Madurai Kamaraj University. Not stopping that, he has completed his M.Tech in VLSI Design in Anna University, Chennai, and he has done his PhD in the domain of Industrial Electronics in National Institute of Technology. His designation says that he is an assistant professor in the Department of ECE in MNNIT. He has published many international journals and took part in many international conferences and also many national conferences. His area of interest are analog and digital VLSI design, embedded systems, power quality, renewable energy system. So without taking much time, now I request our expert Dr. Karupanna to take over the session. Please, sir.
Okay, thank you for introducing, and thank you Thanabalan sir who gave the opportunity, and thank you Maladi madam who given the opportunity. I welcome to all the participants. Happy afternoon. Sir, my voice is audible, na? Hello.
Sir, yes, you can start. You can continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Recent trends in VLSI design. The title, if you look at VLSI design, it is established in everywhere. However, you just look at behind 1800. What is happening? 1800 only the electricity word is derived. Before that, that is also the one simple experiment what the did by one American. He is politician as well as the scientist. He is very well known to know the science behind the lightning. So he thought lightning having the electricity. So that is the word he derived the Greek word. The first time he used it and registered in the electricity word. The next we just to look at electronics. Before the taken birth of electronics, we invented almost everything. Almost everything means almost everything. The first one, very challenging, and almost everywhere now the connected to the people to people by the vehicle. We can say transport. The transport industry started in the year of 1880. So that time itself, we can see the first bull train, the electric, not electric train, the train is invented. Even it is established in India itself, 1852. 1852, the first Indian railway started from Bombay to Thane to somewhere in around 90 kilometer were located in India. So that means we can see 1850 itself train is started, and the first electric the car is started in the year of 1817 itself. And even for the electronic instrument which we are telling, radio is invented in the year of 1900, before invention of the diode invented in the year of 1902, because a diode is one of the primary component to play our electronics industry. So before invention of the diode, we invented the radio. So the radio is invented in the year of 1900. We can say the next milestone is a television. Television invented and telecasted in the year of 1925, where the transistor is before the transistor is invented. So almost everything, whatever we are having, even in racket also invented in the year of 1970 itself, before the invention of the integrated circuit. Before the invention of the integrated circuit, where the satellite is launched, almost everything is done. But why then? What is the importance of the electronics? Electronics is playing the important role, and electronics is taken the birth in the year of 1947, when the first transistor is introduced. So we are the people struggled to get the independent in the year of 1947. At the same time, December 1947, they invented the first transistor, and in consequence, the first integrated chip is introduced in the year of 1958 by Jack Gilby in physics. So before 1958, there is not MOSFET, or we can say the field effect transistor is invented in the year of 1960s, or you can say 1962 MOSFET is introduced. And the milestone we taken here, the historical, the first milestone we can start first microprocessor invented in the year of 1970s by Intel 4004. That is the first IC, that also 4-bit IC. The first IC invented by Intel in the year of 1970s, and the first microcontroller invented in the year of 1978, and 1978 or later 1979, they introduced the 805 microcontroller, 8085. So after that, I think there is no invention or happened in the electronics industry. Almost everything here, the point is very simple. If we look at everything is invented before the birth of electronics, because the radio invented in the year of the radio telecasted in the year of 1900, and the diode is invented in the year of 1902, and 1925 itself television is invented, and 1947 December only the transistor PJT is invented, and the in consequence 1958 first integrated chip is introduced. And integrated chip we are talking about, it is the birth of VLSI. Integrated chip is the first. We started with a small scale integrated circuit, then medium scale, large scale, and very large scale, and gigahertz. So that is the number of counting, how many transistor per chip is accommodated. That is the measurement of the components, or we can say number of transistor per chip. And that also stated by the Moore law, every 18 months the transistor will be doubled, and every 2 years the frequency of the transistor frequency of the devices will be doubled. Every 2 years the frequency will be doubled, and every 18 months, that means 1.5 years, the number of transistor will be doubled. So that is a statement given by the Moore, and we are even overcome that transistor count. But however, we are still working on the VLSI design itself, because the VLSI itself we can count almost from 10,000 transistor to 10 to the power 5 transistor. That means it is having almost 10 lakh transistor per chip. So that means our wide applications, whatever the applications, 90% is it's possible with the very large scale integration itself. That's why we are not further moving to the gigahertz, gigahertz, large scale integration, but itself here still we are started very late, and after the microcontroller in the year of 1979, there is no invention from the electronics industry, but still the lot of people working VLSI because now we will come to the electronics and the communication, because the word itself giving the full meaning. Electronics means it's having only 5 components to play. So that 5 components, very simple passive elements, where resistor, capacitor and inductor, these are the 3 key components which is playing mostly in the electronics industry as well as electrical industry. Electrical industry, they will deal with the high power, and the electronics industry, we will deal with the low power, because all the electronic components work within 48 volt. Because we don't operate any devices with a high voltage, our ultimate aim is work in the low power logic devices. Almost we are proposing everything should be very low power. Nowadays the many devices, even we look at our mobile, earlier time, just 5 years or 5 years back, we need to charge at least every day, then only we can speak at least 3-4 hours. But nowadays we can speak more than 10 hours per day without recharging, and even we can access a lot of data. So that means we can increase the lifetime of the mobile as well as the battery usage. So that is, we can say that is the possible when we are applicable or adapted with the very low power components. If we are consuming the very low power, that means we are able to save the power energy, as well as all the electronic devices working in the DC power, and the DC power maximum is 48 volt, and most of the electronics application we are trying to work 3 volt or less than 3 volt. That is possible by the VLSI itself. And the electronics components, only 5 components, 3 for RLC and 2 for the diode and transistor. And the transistor itself having voltage control or current control, it's having different kind of transistor and the technology. It may be the MOSFET technology or CMOS technology, PMOS technology, NMOS technology, different kind of technology based on the transistor. Because every quarter year we are trying to introduce a new transistor. So based on the transistor, how we are configured the circuit, we can classify it's the technology. However, now the electronics is playing only 5 components, RLC plus, that is the passive components, and active components only 2, diode and transistor. These are the only 5 components integrated on a single chip and playing wide role. Now come to the processor. We can make the processor, it may be 8-bit processor, 32-bit, whatever the processor, it's having only simple transistor inside the whatever it is the number of transistor per chip, or you can say what the transistor is doing here. The transistor can be transmit the signal, transmit, because the electronics itself, it is having the electronics means it's very having very two types, either analog electronics or digital electronics. If it is the analog or digital electronics, it can be configured by a very simple domain, it's a circuit modeling. And the second level, we can move to the processor. If we are having microprocessor, we can write the program and make it for the dedicated chip. So if it is the dedicated chip, because the VLSI itself having 2 types. One is the ASIC design flow, another is the FPGA design flow. So ASIC design flow, it is one of the, almost it is the standard product where we need to launch the product. Almost all the mobile which the processor they are using, it is the like ASIC. And in our lab, we are used a S74XS series. That means 7400, 7408. This all are, we can say it is the ASIC family, because ASIC is the application specific integrated circuit. And the FPGA is the field programmable gate array where we can program and reconfigure in the field itself for the specific application. So In come to the VLSI, the industrial trend, we can take almost everything in the communication. The next is the electronics can be divided only analog or digital electronic circuits. It can be configured circuit level. And it's very difficult to understand in the circuit level. That's why we are dealing and designing the logical level. It's fine. The next, we are having the communication, and almost everything is the communication application, because the electronics devices used to communicate. If we are talking about the communication, then what is the source of communication? Is the source of communication is the audio or video. That's why we are studying signal processing and image processing. That is the main core subject to make the source, quality of the source, to make the transmission or to make the communication. Even what I am speaking right now, you can see the audio video that can be help making the live session. It is only the application of, we can say, the electronics industry. What I want to say, what is the source of electronic communication? The source of communication is the very simple. Either it is 1D. 1D means it may be the text format. I will type something that is this message, text message. That is a 1D, and a 2D dimensional, that is like a voice. So only you are listening the voice, that is the 2D dimensional signal. And the third is, we can see the 3-dimensional, we can say the video, where the audio with video. So like that only it's going 1D, 2D, 3D. These are the 3 signal can be transmitted over the phone, through the phone, or through media, or through whatever the device medium. Now the very simple is, the communication here is represent either it is a wire communication or wireless communication. And the wire communication, we have the limitation, and wireless communication nowadays almost everywhere. The best example is the mobile phone. And in the wireless communication, the sources are very important. That's why we are studying signal processing and image processing as a subject, and that is one of the core subject where we will make the source of the communication. It's fine. Next, the communication itself. Nowadays, we don't want to make only the communication of human to human, like through mobile. We need to communicate machine to machine. So we can make the simple communication where we can classify here machine to human, human to machine. That is one type of communication where we are taking the data from the computer and reading it and storing and keeping. That is one type of the machine to human and human to machine. And another is machine to machine, where the data can be transmitted over the period of time through the communication channel itself, where the one system to another system, we can say the network sharing. So that is the another one major subject. We will study the wire and wireless communication and network sharing, or computing network, where the machine to machine making the communication. This all the possible is the communication through human to machine or human to human, machine to machine. It's possible and made it very simple by the application of VLSI design. Now, VLSI itself, we are having 3 domain. I think the next slide. VLSI, we can work in the 3 domain, not more than that. Not only VLSI, in the electronics itself, we can work only 3 domain. We can become as a software engineer, or hardware engineer, or fabricator. Fabricator means, you can see, it is the very core engineers. Even for the electronics students, mostly they are suitable for the circuit design. Here I will give some simple meaning, the engineering itself, because the word of engineering is a very beautiful word. If you know what is the engineering, is the 11-letter word. I will just break it 3 syllable. The first syllable ENG represent enthusiastic natural genius. If you are spelling, reading, or hearing the word of engineering, you are getting the enthusiastic. If you don't have the enthusiastic, is the very simple word. But if you don't have the enthusiastic, we cannot read, or we cannot familiar, we cannot fabricate, create, or formulate anything. Because the engineering word itself having something we need to create, we can formulate something, we can problem solving. We can say it's a very simple statement. scientists discover the world as it is. Scientists discover the world as it is, because science is means knowing the truth of everything. So science is very simple, knowing the truth of, suppose you take the moon or sun or even any stone, any sand, any object. You take any object or any plant, it may be the living planet, or you take any plant like trees. If you know the truth, when it will be taken the birth, and when it will be, what is the digest lifestyle, and when the death time, and what is the means, science means is very simple. It's having again 3 parameter: maths, physics, and chemistry it involved. So it means it's knowing the truth of anything. So we can say scientists discover the world as it is, engineer create the world that has never been. That means engineers create the world that has never been. Engineer is a simple word that is giving the word of creation, creativity. So if you want to creativity, then you need to make the enthusiasm. If we don't have, it is a simple word. If you have the enthusiasm, then we can have the natural genius to become. The second syllable represent INEE. That means I represent innovative thoughts. The second N represent nurture. Innovative thoughts should be developed or nurtured to become the energetic entrepreneur. So that is the second syllable we can break. EINEE. That means innovative thoughts. Innovative is a simple, because we need to think something new, some creative thoughts. So innovative thoughts nurtured to become energetic entrepreneur. So that is the second syllable, and the third syllable it's RING. That means resourceful, intelligent, noble generation. Resourceful, intelligent, noble generation as per genetics science. Every parents transferred 50% knowledge to the child. So when we are become the father of someone, either daughter or son, we transferred 50% knowledge to the child. If we are not become the proper engineer, then we are transferring default generation to the next birth. So that is the very simple statement. Here what I want to say,
Sir,
we need to
sorry,
get the
sorry
creative
to
thoughts. If we
sir.
don't have the creative knowledge, then we are failed to become the engineer. So creative thoughts can be, that also having the tips. Once we are having the, to get the creative thoughts, we need to read many novels, stories, or hear many stories. Then only if you, the best example, if you read the Mahabharata or Silappadigaram, so some novel things. If you read the novel or stories, we will able to get the creative thoughts and ideas. So this is a very simple word of engineering. Now the electronics is fulfilling the engineering word, because nowadays almost engineers are having different kind, like mechanical engineer, electrical engineer. That also we can extract from our human body system. Just you imagine, our human body is the complete engineering mechanism. The engineer, we all are the human. We all are having 2 legs, 2 hands, 1 head. So the body parts are similar. That you can say it is the electronics and instrumentation engineering. So where the body parts are similar, even though everyone having different face, because the face is unique. Even we all are writing either Tamil or English, our handwriting is different. Everyone, whoever taken the birth, everyone handwriting is different, everyone voice is different. That means we are unique. We can say it is the architectural or civil engineering. So that is the muscle system, because the muscles making different architect of the human nature. So every human is different by the nature, by the visual. Every human is different visualization, because the muscle system. So muscle system which is equal to the civil engineering or structural engineering, because we cannot see the identical architect anywhere in the world. Similarly, we cannot see the same person anywhere. The second, we can extract where the very heavy weight, or we can say the mechanical engineering, where most of the heavy iron parts. So the electric, we can say mechanical engineer is like our bone system, where we are having the skeletal system. 208 bones are there to join our body, which will giving the shape and everything. So we can say we can lift the weight, and even we can walk, running, everything we need the bone weight. So we can say the skeletal system is equal to the mechanical system, mechanical engineering, and the nervous system where we are taking the blood to everywhere. So the nervous system is equal to electrical engineering, and our brain is equal to computer science engineering. The heart or cardiovascular system is equal to the electronics and communication engineering, because the electronic and communication or the device always.
Hello. Sir, is there?
Sir, சொல்லுங்க. சொல்லுங்க சார். சொல்லுங்க சார். நான் ஸ்லைடு பார்க்கலங்க சார், ஜென்ரலா பேசிட்டு சார். நீங்க இல்ல அது லாஸ்ட்டுக்கு வேணா தேவைப்படும் சார். சரிங்க சார். சரிங்க சார். Hello.
Sir,
it is
you can
audible,
continue.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Sir, yes, sir, you can continue.
Sir, it is audible.
Yes, you can continue.
Sir, is it audible?
Yes, sir, you can
Hello.
continue. You can continue, sir.
Sir, my voice is audible.
Yes, you can continue,
Hello.
sir.
Hello.
Sir, you can continue.
Anyone can respond.
You can continue, sir.
Any one of the participant can respond whether my voice is audible.
Sir, yes, you
Hello.
can start.
Hello, sir. My voice is audible.
Yes, sir. You continue பண்ணுங்க.
Okay, fine, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So from our body system itself, we can extract all the engineering. However, in all the domain, the heart is very important. It is oriented to the time function. So electronics and communication, all the devices is a time oriented. So the time is very important for the electronic devices. Fine. Now, what I want to say, before invention of the transistor, we invented train, we invented all the vehicles, even car, and we invented the television, we invented the radio. Now the electronic devices, then what is it doing? Now what is the recent trend of the integrated electronics and how we can work? The very simple question is here. What is the working domain of the VLSI? So VLSI is having 3 domains. The first one, to become the software engineer, we need to study the logic codes. So that means the digital electronics, that is a particularly logic devices. So everything we need to deal with the logical. So suppose I am giving the statement, if a person is entering to the room will be open automatically. If nobody is enter, it will be closed automatically. So that is a very simple statement. Using this one, we can say, if we are looking about the OR gate. OR gate means if any one person is present, then it will be open, otherwise it will be on. It is a very simple logic. So whatever the statement, that statement should be transmitted to the next level, that is the logical level or the mathematical form. If we are very much familiar to write the mathematical from the statement, because in the machine it can be deal with very simple. Whatever the processor we are saying, it may be the microprocessor or microcontroller or embedded system. This all will store the information. That information may be audio, video, or the images, or simple text message. It may be 1D, 2D, or 3D information. That means electronics always used to store the information. That information will be stored in the processor like zeros and ones, no other format. Our brain will store only the images, no other format. Whatever we are reading, whatever, suppose very best simple example I will tell here. Um, flower, roja. What is coming to the mind? It is coming to the not the flower. It is coming to the image, that images, apple, orange, whatever the word I am spelling, you are giving the meaning to that word. That means you are giving the images. Suppose I am telling Sachin Tendulkar, what is coming to the mind? Coming to the mind his face. Then only you can remember. At the same time, if I am telling someone very familiar but you may not hearing, Rajiv Tripathi, if I am telling this name Rajiv Tripathi, you may not coming to the visualization because you don't know that person, but he is the director of our institute. So if anybody working or they're studying from MNNIT, they can capture that name. From that name they can come to the visualization because it's very simple. Our brain can understand every statement or any information by that images, no other format. Our brain will store only images. Similarly, the processor will store information by bits only, no other format, either zeros or ones, bits format.
So due to technical issues, please wait for a few minutes. Yes, the technical issues from expert side. Please wait. Please few minutes.
Sir, now audible, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, fine, sir. Can you display the slide, sir?
Yes. Started. Which number slide you needed, sir?
Okay, fine, sir. VLSI design flow.
Yeah.
Next slide, sir. Okay, here the VLSI design flow, it's given the system level design, architectural or algorithm level design, digital system level design, logic level design, electrical level, layout level, and semiconductor level. Among these three, we can make only three domain. One is the behavioral modeling. Behavioral modeling means we are familiar with the VHDL or Verilog as a electronics engineer. We will become the software engineer. For that, we need to learn VHDL or Verilog, or nowadays, if you are learn C language, any assembly language, any kind of language, because the language is content only the statement. That statement written in the language with some specific comments. So if you write VHDL or Verilog, then we can become the simulation behavioral modeling. The behavioral modeling, what it will do, it will simply like you are having the processor, you want to control voice control device or any image detection, then you just write the some algorithm and implement in the microcontroller or any processor, then you can verify, you can complete your project. That is a simple statement. We can say it is the simulation modeling. And the second level, we can go through the circuit modeling. For the circuit modeling, we need to work Cadence tools, Tanner tools, any kind of circuit modeling, which we need to deal with only the 5 components: resistor, capacitor, inductor, transistor, and diode. These are the only 5 components which we are using as a primary tools to design any kind of circuit. Our circuit not more than these 5 components. So we will make using these 5 components. And if we are very creative knowledge to that, also the circuit should be even for NAND gate, any kind of logic gates that can be performed using the circuit level. So because the circuit level only we will make as a hardware components. The third level, we can say it is the physical domain. Physical domain, it is the layout modeling where we need to fabricate as a device. The first one we are having we write in the program. That program first is the statement or requirement. Suppose I am telling I need the automatic door opening system. This is a very statement. How to implement the automatic door opening system? The simple example I am telling, using the OR gate. It is the behind of OR gate. So you need to write the program. If you write the program, and we need to prepare the chip for that simple automatic system, because every time we cannot use the processor. If you are using the processor, we cannot improve the speed. The speed of operation will be delay, and we cannot make it the number of applications. So suppose I want to sell million or billions of door opening devices. So that means I need to fabricate the bulk devices. So that is possible only the fabrication modeling or chip level modeling. So for that, which I design for that. Sir, you can move the next slide, sir.
Thank you, sir.
This is the architectural design. You see here, the architecture means data path, memory unit, input, output. It is the control chip. It is simple microprocessor. It is given the statement. Any microprocessor means it will do the ALU operation, arithmetic, addition, subtraction, multiplication. If you do any kind of program, then you can say it is the architectural design or logical design. The second, next slide. That is the one which is, this is the written by the simulation modeling, or you can say it is the software engineers. This is also in between the software engineer and the circuit modeling. Both, if you want to become software engineer, it is very simple to understand the logical level. Suppose you are having the logical levels, it's having some input, because as an engineer, we should decide what should be the input and what should be the output. So the input and output, the input may be given by the vendor and output also required by the vendor or the customer. But our job is what should be the input and what should be the output. In between the processor, we need to design it. So that if some people can directly write the program, and if we want to write it very simple manner, that means it will consume very less power and the speed of operation will be very high, and we need to fabricate is the bulky chip. Then we need to have the knowledge of the logical device. Logical device is between the both. If you want to become the software engineer, also you need the logical device, logical dealing. If any statement deal with the logical, then you can easily write. Or if you have the logical device, the circuit, then you can easily make as the circuit level. Sir, the next slide, that is you can see it is the circuit design, where the circuit design can consist only the electronic components like transistor. Here in this circuit, especially having the only transistor, some logic gates. This is the circuit level, and mostly CAD and Tanner tools are used to design the new logic circuit, because as an engineer we are saying here the creative something we need to create new. So that creative knowledge we need to formulate some new concept of the circuit, then we can make as the circuit. This circuit only we need to make as the physical design, or we can make as a single chip. So that is the next is the physical design. Physical design where the circuit, even here 3 domain of engineers, they are different, and a single engineer cannot become all the 3 domain. It is not possible. Whoever writing the program is a software engineer, their section is different. They give the code and we study the code. From the coding part we need to make the circuit level, and from the circuit level we will give the circuit modeling. If you are giving the blueprint of the circuits, where which is shown the previous slide, that based on that blueprint we can fabricate the chip. That is the physical design. Physical design, mostly the physical engineers, they will very familiar to make the chip. This is the physical domain. The next is the fabrication. Fabrication is like a simple chip. So the next slide. This is the fabrication of the chip. Now your chip is ready. It's a very simple. We need the statement. The statement can be written as the program, or VHDL, or very log, or even C language, assembly language, any kind of program. That program directly dump to the processor and we will finish our project. That is a simple testing of any mechanism. This is an individual group. Suppose I want to make the product. I want to make the product of something we can say is the automatic door opening system. Then I need to make at least 1 million of processor or the chip, which if we assembled that one, it will which is fit in the door, it will be open automatically. So for that I need to make the circuit domain. So the second level, the circuit domain, the people will fabricate us using the transistor, and the third we will fabricate it. So for the fabrication we need to again use the same tools like CAD and Tanner tools is highly enough to test the fabrication method. And unfortunately in India we don't have the fabrication lab. We are having the lab in Chandigarh, but it was 180 nanometer chip. So that means the chip size nowadays the people are working, the nanometer technology is becoming very low. Almost 45 nanometer technology chips are available in the market. So we don't have the scaling factor of that 180 nanometer chip factor only is available. So that also we didn't make as the commercialization, because the commercial, when we launched 180 nanometer fabrication chip laboratory, the 90 nanometer chip fabrication are available in the market. So it is failure system. And still IIT Bombay is doing a lot of work in the fabrication, but still they are not fabricating their institute itself. They are sending to either China or Japan to fabricate. Still before the fabrication, physical design we can do it. Physical design we can do with our simulation software, but the fabrication, that step can be carried out some either China or Japan or some other countries. Next slide, sir. This is one of the VLSI design flow. Whoever want to work with MATLAB, because nowadays we are very familiar with using the MATLAB. If you combined MATLAB and the Xilinx, these are two. We are having the tools which is the system Xilinx tools generator, that is a Xilinx block set. From that itself you can design any circuit modeling that will be generated the VHDL or Verilog code, and that can be dumped to the FPGA kit and it will be work. Another method mechanism is the lab view, because most of the colleges nowadays we are using the lab view. Lab view also we can use, and we can design our circuit modeling for the specific application, and that can be verified and dumped to the FPGA kit. And these two are the, because nowadays most of the electronics engineers not able to write the coding, so that's why it is we can generate the VHDL or Verilog code using the MATLAB Xilinx tool set, otherwise lab view. These are the two flow where we can work. Next, sir. Slide. This is the lab view design. The lab view, it's if we are having the front panel design, so everything is having the toolbox. Which we can, this is the front panel. If you see the front panel, it's having some control thermometer. Everything it is having some mechanical devices. So that mechanical devices is very easy to assemble. Once we are assembled, then the block diagram design will be generated automatically by the tools. Then it will generate the code. That code should be optimized, then synthesis, then it generates the bitstream file. Bitstream file is simply consists of zeros and ones. As I told, the processor can store the information. The information may be audio, video, or text, or any kind. That information can be stored in the bits format, no other format. So it may be stored in the zeros and ones only. This is the very simple design flow lab view. Next, sir. Sir, next slide. And this is system Xilinx system generator where we can work. Sir, you can skip this slide. VLSI design, we have the design process only 3 domain. Either it is the modeling, simulation modeling, circuit level, and behavior model, and it's having the full custom design and semi-custom design. Full custom design means everything the designer will do it, and they will make us the ASIC chip. That is a very simple example of the full custom design is the ASIC design flow. ASIC design flow is the best example of our lab, which we are using 74XX ICs. And similarly for FPGA processor, all the FPGA processor is the example of the semi-custom design. And semi-custom design, it will take very less time to implement, and full custom design, it will take the long time, and the time to market is long, and non-recurring cost also high, but it is the performance wise, we can say full custom design is better than the semi-custom design. The next one, sir. Sir, next slide. Sir, can you move to the next slide? Hello, sir. Can you move to the next slide? Okay, next slide, sir. It's having different type of packaging. VLSI technology overview. Next slide, sir. It is having CMOS technology, which is the dominant technology. Almost 90% of the chip which we are fabricating, that is based on the CMOS technology, because of the static power dissipation is 0. And the bipolar logic devices, which was the earlier time we are used this one, and the BiCMOS where we need the high speed, because the bipolar junction transistor having the higher speed than the PJT, than the MOSFET. And the gallium arsenide for high speed, and the next one is silicon germanium for radio frequency applications. The key manufacturing technology is photolithography. We are having 10 steps to fabrication. That means the VLSI fabrication is having 10 steps. So among the 10 steps, photolithography is very important, because photolithography only determined the nanometer technology. Suppose I want to scaling the device sizes from the 180 nanometer technology to 90 nanometer, then 45 nanometer, now 25 nanometer. So that is the scaling factor can be minimized if we are properly using the photolithography process. That is the one we are designing the different kind of technology. The next one, sir. So this is a CMOS transaction. Next one, sir. Okay, roadmap of semiconductor technology. Next one, sir. So the VLSI means it's having only three key points in the electronics. One is the speed, second is the power, and the third is the area. So now almost all the place we can see the laptop become the very small, even mobile become very small, and the mobile is nowadays looking like a complete embedded system, or you can say is a mini computer. So so the number of functionalities increased. The functionality is it may be non-volatile and smart power functionality is increased in the number of application and integral level the components per chip is increased and the compactness. Nowadays we need the smartness. So even today the trend, even we can see after 1980s, 1980 there is no invention in the electronics industry. There is no invention in the electronics industry, but still we are working and doing the research in the electronics because we need to make the smartness of the devices. Earlier time the television size was very big, and computer also the size was very big, and mobile also we have only two-dimensional signal. That means we can only speak, we cannot share the video, and we cannot access the internet. So many applications is not available. But in 4G we are getting many kind of applications in the mobile itself. So what I want to say, the electronic industry nowadays making everything is very smart. Even the electronics industry playing important role in the cosmetic. Like many people don't like their face, they want to reshape their nose, face, eye, many places. Even they want to. So the cosmetic surgery mostly they and this is now many places nowadays peacemaker except brain, every body parts can be replaced by the electronics application, like the peacemaker where the heart functioning, heart can be, if the heart is not functioning, if we have any block in the hole, any block in the heart, then they are simply inserting the peacemaker where they are giving the lifetime of so 15 years. So 15 years they are guaranteed the heart is functioning. So peacemaker is one of the best. And the next many play applications we can say in the medical industries and the cosmetic industry to make the smartness. What I want to say here, the smartness is only making the, these are the very simple application of the electronics. We need to make every electronic components very smart and intelligent. These are the two words, because the smart itself having the intelligent, the devices will fabricate the another devices. So that is used now. Just to use the best example is robotics. You take the simple robotics is having the smartness, and we also having many experience where the electronic devices is responding automatically. Wherever the automatic system is required, it is compulsory playing the role of electronics. Without electronics you cannot make any automation system. And nowadays we can make everything smoothness. Just you imagine, uh, 20 years back the fan regulator, it's very hard. We need to use the force to turn from one point to another point. To increase or decrease the speed of the fan, we need to use the regulator. That was very forced to use. But nowadays it's very softness, just a small kit can rotate from increase the speed or decrease because of the smoothness. That is the like electronics industry we can say. So the electronics are playing to make everything is very weightless. So that is a three component. One is the speed, second is the power. So every electronic component is mostly working in the remote area. So that means the remote area we need to work with power consumption should be very less. So power area should be very less, and the second is the speed of operation should be very higher. So,
Sir, you can start.
Sorry for the inconvenience, sir. I don't know how it is came outside.
Okay,
Sir,
okay.
sense of this, sir. If you ask any question, then I will answer, sir. Question and answer session.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So, dear participants, due to some technical issues, we are not able to continue this session. If you have any questions, kindly post in chat box. Okay, sir.
Okay, fine, sir.
Okay. Thank you. We will meet again one more occasion, sir. Thank you
Okay,
very
sir.
much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
very
sir.
much. Thank you. So, dear participants, sorry for the inconvenience of the any disturbances. So, tomorrow we have 3 sessions. One is Dr. M. Sundarajan, our Chief Guest Professor, NTU Singapore. His topic is how to write an research paper, effective research paper. So this is morning 10 to 11 o'clock. Then second session will start 2 to 3 p.m. It is by Dr. Ankesh Jain, IIT Delhi. The topic is high-speed adders. So third session is 3 to 4. Dr. R. Melvin from Saudi Electronic University, Riyadh. A novel approach to knowledge representation. So tomorrow we have 3 sessions. One is 10 o'clock. Another session is 2 to 3. Then 3 to 4. So totally we have 3 sessions tomorrow. So thank you very much for your patience. Thank you. We will meet again tomorrow. I will share the link through mail as well as WhatsApp. Thank you.